Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, whether it's an old one or a new one. Here are readings for more or less December. These energies are coming in with the sun in Sagittarius and it's already there. So whenever you watch it, it's probably a good time for you to watch it. This time I'm using 3 decks. The Silver Witchcraft Tarot deck for general reading, Mariel Tarot, only major arcanas for the general energy for each sign, and Witches Tarot as a modifier. I will only choose 1 card for each decan of the sign, which is a novelty. So that's it. And now, onto your reading. Enjoy. Hello Libra. Here's a reading for you for December 2017. About. Whenever you watch it, it's probably the best time for you to watch it. So, let's begin. First I will draw 1 card from Mariel Tarot deck. Only major arcanas. So please guide me 1 card for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. You have the Hierophant. Okay. The structure, the institution, hierarchy. Very strange depiction, isn't it? Here in Mariel Tarot. I love this deck. But I think it's very difficult. It is a difficult deck. So I introduce it little by little. And I want to just read you to serious musing and to self-reproach. This is not the last card in which Babylon will appear, so we have Babylon here. She's a gateway to the powerful truths that lie inside us and are completely blasphemous to any who believe you need something external for redemption, salvation, happiness, an immortal soul, and life after death. She is a monster to those who fear their own power. She is a devil to those who fear the vision of their true self, or the uninitiated. Babylon means gate of the gods. Hierophant means revealer of the sacred. And that's powerful. Yeah, that's what I needed to hear about this card. Revealer of the sacred. But how do you acquire sacred? Mystery means secret rite or doctrine. From Greek. So, to sum up, the keywords here are benevolence, spiritual leader, church, religion, religious institutions, education, school, academia, faith. Yes. But the most important thing here, I feel, is who is this girl or guy? And who it is for you, or who it is within you. Revealer of the sacred. Do you need someone to deliver it to you? Or is it inside of you? Who is it for you, Libra? I know it's very often connected with priest, but I prefer to think of it as a shaman. Can you be your own shaman? That's the question. Okay, let's put our Hierophant here. Of course, it can mean marriage for some of you, or work in some institutions, for others of you. Let's look at the main reading. We'll see. The cards are shuffled. I'm gonna cut them. Please guide me for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. This pile. We have heptapod spread, my beloved spread that is very useful, I think. Very effective, very down to earth. The background energy here is 7 of chalices, so lots of choices. Sometimes being unable to choose, sometimes choosing not what you should choose. Let's look at your first card. It's you, and you have death. Oh, how many times do I have death? Hello, Scorpio season is ending. Has ended, actually. So, I don't know why it is so profound. Maybe it's because of the end of the year. Maybe some of you are still experiencing some important change, or you start to sum up the year and think about all the changes that you've been through. This is very prominent energy for many, many signs. Almost every sign has it. And death is a mystery, which is beautifully depicted here, because we don't know what exactly happened here in between the caterpillar and the butterfly. Well, we know because we are scientific and we know exactly what's going on in a cocoon. I mean, we know that the body of the caterpillar disintegrates absolutely, totally, and fundamentally. And we know that somehow, completely another being is created from this. But do we know how? I mean, we can, sequence the genome and see it. But do we really understand the process? In other words, does knowing mean anything here? Does it take any of the greatness and mystery of this process out of it? I don't think so. The fact that the body of the caterpillar disintegrates totally and then integrates again is something absolutely divine. And on the other hand, it's absolutely natural. That's life for me. So you have death in general, Libra, but now let's take a modifier. This month I decided to pull out 3 additional cards for 3 decans for each sign, because each sign can be divided into 3 decans. First 10 days of a sign, next 10 days of a sign, and another 10 days of a sign. So if you were born in September, you're the first decan, more or less. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th day of the sign, you're the second decan. And if you were born between the 21st and the 30th or the 31st day of the decan, then you're the third decan. That's quite easy. Now let's cut the deck. These cards are already shuffled. I'm going to cut it and pull 3 cards for Libra, and it's only Sun. That's important. Only for Sun Libras, this modifier. The first decan of Libra, Page of Cups, beautiful energy. Very childlike and innocent. Second decan, 4 of Cups, more like a stagnation. And the third decan, the Moon. something murky, something you don't know, something you don't understand, something you don't see. Okay? This will modify your reading. I'll come back to it. What's above you in a literal way? The main external force is Five of Chalices. So there's sorrow around you. There's some kind of grief, some kind of a loss, and being focused on it. Which is nothing wrong, because what sorrow shows us is what is important for us in life. What is important? Or what was important? I like this picture because it's not that sad. I mean, she's really focused on extinguishing those candles, and the two are still burning, and it's so natural, you know. She doesn't cry over this. She knows she has to do it because perhaps two is enough, or perhaps these three are for later, are not needed. Perhaps they're going to sleep. So there's also something natural in the process of losing something. Like the day loses light and turns into night, and the night loses darkness and turns into the day. Constant change, and loss is a part of it. Okay, that's above you. What's in the past, or what's passing, or what's going to the past? The moon. So for some of you, this is still an important theme, an important issue of mystery, of something you don't see properly. Perhaps you've experienced it, and now for some of you, especially from the third decan, it may recur, it may come back, because everything comes in waves. This is the major arcana. Major arcanas usually come and go in waves. These are processes, long-term processes, flowing like tides, ebbs. So the moon, intuition, rather feeling than thinking, rather feeling than observing, because you don't see clearly here. Something is hidden. There's a sense of mystery. Or there was, and maybe it's coming back for some of you. But it's still in your... I feel it's still in your memory, still fresh. Okay, let's look at the challenge. The challenge or the difficulty. The world. I had this feeling that it's difficult to end a chapter here. It seems to me like you're still, dwelling in the past, instead of being here and now, being in the body. Being focused on what's going on. What do you have? What's there yet to be done, perhaps? Or what's already done? What can I do with it? What have I achieved? It's like you have difficulties with seeing this, I feel. With focusing on this. It can also mean that you have you may not be able to see the success in something, the good side of something. You may be focused too much on the pain, the loss, and be in this state where you're not able to appreciate. You may have difficulties with feeling gratitude. You may be too severe for yourself. That's what I feel. Let's look how to cope with it, with this inability to end the chapter. With Three of Pentacles. That's work. That's just work and being really into it. It's Mars in Capricorn. So very strong and focused force on creating something of value. This perhaps may be a cure for you to really see the fruits of your labor. Look at the things you really created. Really, I mean, in reality. Things that are worthy, things that are durable, things that are beautiful. This is material world. I know the feeling. I know exactly what I see here. The time is passing by, and you're saying, "Oh no, I'm getting older and older, and another year has passed, and I didn't do anything worthwhile." I have this feeling here. I wasted my time on something. It's not true. It's not true. Usually, when we focus on but really focus, what I mean, you have to sit down and write down everything you did this year to really appreciate the amount of things you have done. It may be difficult to do now, but what you can do is turn it into a habit of writing down every day, each day, in the evening, what have I done today? As a kind of a journal. And then, when you see it, even after a month, you may feel overwhelmed by how many things you have done. We usually don't appreciate how many things we do, how much we do. We do, but we have this tendency to forget about it, not to see it, to diminish it. And I see it here. Like you're not happy with yourself because you don't see the truth. You're too focused on, I could have done that, I could have done this. Well, maybe you couldn't. Maybe you've done something else. Look at your works. Look at your work. It can help you to finish something, to end up something. What's your strength, Libra? 4 of Wands, so whatever happens you can enjoy. This is also stability. Very nice card, talking about nice home, nice place where you feel safe, where you are at your place on earth, where you can enjoy life, where you can celebrate life. So there is something like this in your life, and it makes you stronger. This is something you built. Your sanctuary. Okay, so there's always a place you can go back to and feel, recharge your batteries. Here, this card talks about what should you focus on. And you have the Hermit. And for some reason, for me, it goes very well with this home energy. Perhaps, Libra, this is the time for you to retreat, to find a place of peace and quiet, and just be with yourself and focus on the light that shines within you, in a place where no one can hurt you, where you have good memories connected with this place. So the safe base on which you can just sit in silence and, be with yourself. And I think it would be the best way to sum up somehow this energy of death that is so hard to sum up, because that's what I see here. It's hard to sum up. You need to work it out somehow. You need to work on this. But I feel that this is very inner work. Time for yourself. That's what should you focus on. Okay? Many major arcanas. The last card is what I like to call a vista. So a view you need to see. Maybe unexpected, maybe not. It can be an advice. It can also be possible result. Something you need to know at the end. Seven of Swords. And for me this card says don't go the easy way. Because generally this energy for me is the shortcut. I don't see this card as many readers see it. This card is notorious. It isn't for me. It's a smart card. It's a smart energy. Sometimes using a shortcut is the best thing you can do. But not this time. This card says there's always an easy way. And sometimes it's good to have it, and sometimes it's good to go this way, to walk this way. But not this time. This card also says, if you choose the easy way, I will be back. I mean, this situation will be back. Now is time to try the harder one. To try to make it differently. Now is the time. You can outsmart everyone. But most of all, in this card, you can outsmart yourself. You think, oh no, it's not for me. Oh no, not again. I'm not gonna spend my time thinking and dwelling upon something, upon the change that I cannot. Oh, let's just forget about this. That would be an easy way. The harder way is the one that perhaps will take longer, but it will enable you to really finish something with this feeling that, okay, this is accomplishment. That's what I should have done before, perhaps, or the feeling that, okay, I've chosen right. I've chosen right. Always check your purposes with this card. Check what's behind, what's the motivation here. It's very important to double check it. But then do it and be brave. Be brave with this. Sometimes it's something very unconventional. But it doesn't matter. Don't think about what others will think about it. Be in you. That's the source. Somehow I feel, for some signs I feel it, for some I don't. But here I feel I want to pull out one more card from Shamanic Healing Oracle. So for Libra, one card for dear Libra. Show me one card for Libra, please. Letting go. Letting go, number 43. Letting go of a person. Please focus on the card because it's beautiful. Letting go of a person or situation can be a challenge. Maybe this is the ending the world is talking about. Letting go, yeah. Sometimes ending is letting go. At times, what's at stake it's not just the relationships or situation. It's the attachment we had for it, the hopes, the dreams, the expectations. Many relations end long past their natural ending point. One or both people hang on, hoping things would change. They invested so much time because without that person or job or relationship, their future loomed up as one big blank screen. For many, this is too scary to bear. However, by letting go, we create a space for a person or situation that will resonate with us where we are now. Start looking at your expectations. Try not to have any. This will enable you to live in the moment and be mindful in the present. To be able to gracefully release from a situation is a lesson for all of us. Somehow I feel this is very accurate for some of you. With this World card. The end that cannot end. Disregarded change. Okay? Libra, that's all. I wish you a wonderful month. May the universe bless you. Thank you, and see you next month.